Video we will learn about the functions in C++. A function means group of statements with a unique name that performs a specified task. That means there will be a number of statements within that common name, right? And they will perform a specified task. Function improves the modularity and reusability. We will discuss it later. And by default, we know that the program execution starts from main function. We already know about the main function, right? You are seeing in lot of problems about this main function. Now, basically the functions are classified as library or predefined function and user-defined function. In the case of the predefined function, the example is main function, and user-defined function means any function which is declared by the user. Like the arrays. Arrays is a user-defined thing, right? Where we are declaring a group of same variables or a group of items of same data type in a single variable. Likewise, the user-defined function that is defined by the user and already predefined functions which are the library function. So these are the two type of functions. In generally, if function is a group of statements with a unique name. So this is the typical example or syntax of the main function. There will be the int main, that means this is the return type of the function. Return type means what? Return type of the output. If we are returning 0, since 0 is an integer, we will write it as int and then the function name. Here this is the main function and we have to write in the circular braces. And now when we uses a curly bracket, and these are some lines of codes, right? We have seen a lot of programs within this main function. And since the return type of the function is int by default, the keyword int we can write it as int, otherwise we shouldn't have to write it, right? So this is the thing, that is the keyword int is optional. Either we can skip this. And this is the example of a user defined function. Okay, so this is here we already know how to add two numbers using a C++ program, but how we can add these numbers using a function? Here we can see that this is different from our previous program. Here we are using some functions, and why we are using this. Just look this, that is hash include iostring using namespace standard. So this is a program to add two numbers and the result is stored somewhere, right? Okay. So we have to add these numbers. So first of all, we know that int main and int number 1, int number 2, either we can write it as int number 1 comma number 2, otherwise in addition to this we can write again it as int number 1 to store the first number, int number 2 to store the second number, and int add, that means the result is stored in add. We can write it as int num1 num2, right? Num1 num2 and add. So this is the if we are writing like this, that means what? If we are writing this in a single statement, okay, or here we are writing in multiple steps. So this is the only difference. And now we are going to read the numbers. That means in the output screen we will see enter the first number. So C in num1, enter the second number, C in num2. Now about here. In the previous problem we will just write it as num1 plus num2 is equal to num1 plus num2. But instead of this, here we are declaring a function, that is addition. Int addition, int a, int b, where int is the return type of the function, return type of the output of the function, addition is the function name, and this is a user defined function like addition. Now about these are the parameters. Okay, so these are declared in the first step before the main function, that we have to use this function. For that, like data types are declared, likewise we have to declare the functions also. So here we are writing these two numbers, we are reading the numbers, and now about what? Add equal to addition num1 plus num2. Here we are not writing the operation, but instead of this we are just giving the addition num1 num2. And addition is a function we already declared and we are using this and we are giving our variables here. The first number is num1, and second number is num2. What will happen is that this is the call function or function call. Here the program control will automatically, when the function is called, that is the addition is called, this will continuously check anywhere where this function is defined. Yeah, here we have defined that is int addition int a int b equal to return a plus b. That any of the parameters given along with this addition, we are adding this, right? If a and b is given here, so a plus b. Therefore, when we call this, these parameters are passed here, right? Int num1 is passed here, num2 is passed here. Therefore, we will add here return a plus b. That means num1 plus num2, and the result will be stored in that add. Okay, here the result will be stored here and it is displayed output. So this is the typical use of user defined function. Thank you.